Ezra Feliciano has signed with the Reds, 18-year-old left-handed prospect. We still got two other guys to try to attempt to sign. We're sorry. Don't know if we'll get him. Well, actually, we should get him. He only wants $624,000. Joe Bingham is the problem. I go to offer him a contract. The suggested slot value is one thing. What he actually wants is another. The bonus demand says one thing, but I know he wants more than that. Let's just see if this ends up being a nice deal with 69% interest. Oh, wow. Okay, he's actually decided to sign with us. As a reminder, with the new update, you do not have to restart your franchise. You can see players' pitches. As a matter of fact, I'll even prove it to you. I haven't touched this franchise in a couple days. Press square or whatever the equivalent button is, as you see over there where it says toggle attributes. You can see players' pitches or pitchers' pitches. Unfortunately, this guy only has 3, but that's not going to really deter me. Maybe we'll give him a 4th pitch at some point, maybe in the minors. And let's just max out, give him what he wants. Ooh, max out as much as we can. He might just reject it. Nope. We have signed all of our 2023 draft class. Not a major deal by any stretch of the imagination. Put Luis Cessa on the trade block because he's a veteran pitcher. And just to see what we can get out there, the Arizona Diamondbacks are offering us a first baseman, Ivan Melendez, and Landon Sims. Sims is 23 years old and looks like he's on the right track to eventually being a regular reliever. Probably, I'd say, in about 2 years at minimum, or maximum, really. And the first baseman is Ivan Melendez, and he's fine. Nothing really to be like, ooh, he's the next first baseman. He's going to replace Joey Votto, because I still haven't decided how I'm going to do that. Of course, I don't know yet, because I don't know what the offseason looks like. But we're going to pull the trigger on this, and I think this might grant a release because I'll have 94 players on the roster, and the D-backs to accept it. With the trade of Cessa, I'm going to call up Andrew Abbott from AA. I get he's in AA, but he has the second best hits per 9 of any of the pitchers that are in the minors that don't have any service time, really, of any of them. The absolute best is Brandon Williamson, but we've tried that experiment at least once. So what I'll do is he will go up to the majors after I put him on the 40-man roster, and then Williamson will replace him at AA. That way he can still get some reps in. Here's an overview of the 2023 draft class. Nobody spectacular, but nobody really outstanding. Actually, Ray Justice might be horrendous in terms of potential. He's got 73 power. If you think I'm not inviting him to spring training, you're a fool. I don't care about that deep potential. He could very easily be a DH power guy, or hell, he could play outfield. Like, he's not that much worse maybe than anybody else on this here roster. Remember, we suck. Joe Bingham, 84 potential, very good stamina, solid per 9s, at least hitting and K-wise. He'll spend some time in AA. Here, Burrow, I would have thought he'd be a little bit of a better fielder given the fact that, okay, we've got the no secondary position glitch happening again. He had an outfield and a catcher position as his secondary positions. If that is not the case, SDS, what the hell are you doing? Nonetheless, solid contact against righties. He's okay against lefties. Not much in the way of power, but he is very young. And most first basemen and catchers are not speedsters by any stretch of the imagination. Franklin Wilkerson, I believe he's got better per 9s than, say, Bingham, and we chose Bingham first. They are the same age potential. He is as an 80, though he has much higher Ks per 9. You can't see it behind me, but he's a flame. He throws hard. 97, 96 with a cutter, 90 on a slider, 84 on a changeup. So he is, heat all the way. I could definitely see him being a part of the rotation in the not too distant future. Juan Irizarry, also a starter. He definitely needs time in the minors. He has the highest potential of anyone in the draft class. 4-seam, slider, changeup. Definitely needs to work on the per 9s. He's a lefty, so we'll probably give him a little bit more leeway than if he were a righty. Waylon Harvey, contact guy through and through. Doesn't have much speed. Can't really field the best. He's okay. I don't have any issue with him. Again, a lot of these guys are going to spend time in the minors, and I will fill in other spots as far as the major league roster. Though, don't be surprised if at least half of this draft class ends up as a spring training invitee. Ray Justice can field just well enough to make use of that strong enough arm, good power. He has power and a little bit of speed. 67 is okay. His potential is the problem, and unfortunately, there is no real way to up a guy's potential. But listen, if he's hitting well in spring, he could very well be a bench bat. And Ezra Feliciano has the highest hits per nine of anybody really on the entire team right now. Also, walks per nine is that BB per nine is right next to me. It's 76. Good stamina. Needs to work on control badly, as it's only a 38. Two-seam slider, changeup, curveball, sinker. Throws not that hard. His hardest pitch is at 90. Probably gets it up to about 92. It is what it is. But maybe we give him a chance. Long reliever, or just send him down to the minors. You never know. All right, we're going to take a look around the rest of the league, see how everybody else did this year, and the hell? Why can I not see anybody else's draft picks? This is stupid. We have officially been eliminated from playoff contention. I honestly couldn't even tell you when we exactly got eliminated because I've just been simming through. Oh boy. We are the second worst record in the National League and in all of baseball. We are horrendous, but kind of knew this going into things. The Nationals are worse than us. The A's are somehow better than us, but again, we're all kind of clustered in one clusterfuck. Let's be real. Both NL Central teams clearly out of contention. We are going to take a look at Joey Votto's last home game and last game overall, as this will be the last time we see him in Great American Ballpark, and he strikes out in first plate appearance thanks to Roansy Contreras' four-seam fastball. Got him just all out of his element. Then he's going to hit a fastball over the head of the first baseman. Another old head, Carlos Santana, for a single. Jake Fraley line at the third. Brian Hayes is able to get in. Votto, I don't know if he would have been fast enough to do this back in your rookie year. He's going to get doubled off. In the seventh, you may truly see his last home plate appearance, as Roansy Contreras has been pitching extremely efficiently. Damn. Another slider that he just cannot connect with. We jump to the ninth inning. We're down 4-0. Highly unlikely we take this victory, but just needed to show y'all. Votto showing he's still got some agility left in him. And some great defense left in that arm and in them legs. He's able to get the double play 3-6-3 as Robert Stephenson will come out of the bullpen. And yeah, I'm going to say this is his last home plate appearance. He does have 55 RBIs and 21 home runs, so it's not like he can't play anymore. And oh wow, great defensive play by Santana in his own right for the first out in the ninth. We jump into his final true plate appearance as a Cincinnati Red, unless he really doesn't mind coming back next year. He's going to lace the 12-6 curveball as an extra base hit as it bounces over the foul wall over there. An automatic double. Take a look. You know what? It's a damn shame we didn't get as close as this ball got to the line to a World Series, but maybe he comes back for 2024. There's always a chance. He can still hit righties, so that's something. All right, Cardinals do take the division as we finish one game shy of 100 losses. So we've got a lot of work in store for us in the upcoming offseason, but I'll show you guys the postseason and such. Understandably so, we are not going to make the postseason. The Yankees will be taking on the Rays, the Angels will be taking on the Rangers, Marlins will be taking on the Mets, and the Cubs will be taking on the Cubs made the playoffs? Taking on the Padres, wow. The Guardians, Astros, Braves, and Dodgers have all secured first-round byes. We have just avoided 100 losses. Despite our disappointing season, we did have one bright spot, or one of a couple bright spots. Tyler Stevenson was the July Player of the Month. I very rarely ever look at these because how much does it matter? But he hit near 500 in almost 100 at at-bats, 8 home runs, 18 RBIs. We might actually extend them. I don't know. We'll see. Another bright spot. Not only we have 2 Reds pitchers that got over 200 strikeouts, they're 3rd and 4th in the league, or at least in the National League. We've got something here, at least in the top 2 of the pitching staff. It's a matter of us molding together that offense. I think we could be a playoff team. I just don't know if it's going to be this upcoming year. But bear with me. Our 63-99 finish actually has us as the 5th worst team in all of baseball. Now remember, standings, where we fall in the grand scheme of standings, doesn't matter as far as where we get our next year draft pick. It's a lottery. We could end up with the number 1 pick. We could end up, I don't know, 15th. But the Rockies and the Nationals, I want to assume they'd have a better chance, or is it all equal? Nonetheless, 4 teams finished with 100 losses. We just eked by. The American League wildcard teams are as follows: the Angels, the Rangers, and the Yankees. The Astros won the division. The Guardians won the Central. The Rays win the East by a game. National League, it is the Marlins, the Mets, and the Padres all making the wild card. The Dodgers win the division, the Cubs win theirs, and the Braves win theirs. Tell me who you think is going to win the World Series. Our 2 championship series are in the American League. It is the Angels versus the Cleveland Guardians. Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout looking like they're about to get a ring. But on the other side, they've got the Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. So what feels like this has happened every year for like the last 5 or 6 years. Who's going to make it to the World Series, man? Dodgers are up 3 games to 2 against Atlanta. It is 2-2 between LA and Cleveland. We very well may end up with an all LA World Series. It's 3-3. 3-2 on both ends. And 3-3 Dodgers versus Braves. The Dodgers have made it to the World Series. Ooh, Game 7. It is going to be an all LA World Series. Wow. Didn't this happen in like MLB The Show 22 at some point? I'm sure it did. In one of my series or rebuilds. Not sure. Nonetheless, well, neither team will have to go anywhere. You would think they would get the series done in 7 days, but that's probably not going to be the case. All right, Game 6 of the World Series. I believe the Dodgers are up 3 games to 2. I could be wrong. It seemed like first half inning, no runs scored. Nothing through a full 1. Nothing through a full 2. I guess somebody was safe. That was strange. 0-0 through 3. The Angels get a run. And the Dodgers can't seem to strike back. Dodgers get a run in the 6th. And the Angels, this is so confusing. This is why I'm stuttering. Like, it's LA, and it's like, I want to say LA, but you know, it's both LA. All right, still tied at 1. Can't wait. Are we going to see a comeback? On Jimmy Herget. Has not given up a run yet here in the postseason. Has given up at least a hit against a right-handed batter. He faces a lefty. It is Max Muncy. Had a sacrifice bunt earlier, but a bunt is not going to do it. Hang that up there. Muncy is a power threat. Ground ball into the shift. No, it actually avoids 2 players as Mike Trout is able to recover it. And the tying run is going to come to the plate. It is the number 7 hitter, Chris Taylor. 3-0 count. And Herbert just says here, fastball. Taylor does not swing. I don't know why he wouldn't swing at that. 3-1. You got the green light and ground ball to 3rd. Rendon over to 2nd. Back to 1st. And the Angels have taken game number 6 and they will be game number 7. Gio Urshela, we're looking like the last chance, but he's going to have him and the rest of the team have to string a bunch of hits. Ground ball to 3rd. The LA Dodgers are the World Series champions. Freddie Freeman gets ring number 2. Mookie Betts gets ring number 3. Dave Roberts gets ring number 2. Well, that is big time. The Dodgers won their division pretty handily, and There are a bunch of questions as we head into the offseason, not just from us. The LA Angels or the LA Dodgers themselves. All of those will be answered at a later point in time, let's be honest. Matter of fact, will be answered in a live stream coming up very soon. I will be live streaming the off season.